Hello everyone, this is Ninja Girl, Sakura here, back with another Yashahime Princess Half-Demon review. I am late getting to this review, admittedly, like I was with the last one, because the week of Christmas, when this particular episode came out, there was just some stuff going on in my personal life. It's still kind of going on, but yeah, I won't go into detail here. Just things were a bit crazy, so I ended up taking all of Christmas week off, so I apologize for that, but we're back with these reviews, and it is finally time to review Season 2, Episode 13, I believe, right? Yes. Just had to double check myself. Yes, and the episode is titled Zero's Wish. And right off the bat, I'm just gonna say it, this episode was amazing. I think this is maybe the best episode of the series so far. I really did enjoy this one a lot. It had a lot of heartfelt moments, a lot of really good stuff happening in this episode. Before this one, I would say my favorite episode was probably episode 15, because it did feature Inuyasha and Kagome a lot, and I love those two so much. They are my ultimate OTPs, so I love seeing them together, and it's always just great seeing the old cast too, so yeah. But this episode didn't have any of them, really, and it stood on its own, and the characters stood on their own, and it was extremely good, and I liked it. Very good episode. But yeah, let's get into the juicy details of everything that happened, shall we? So, as we saw in the previous episode at the end, Towa had fully given in to her rage and her anger and her despair and loneliness, because Zero had used Nanahoshi and his Eternity Bug to bring those negative emotions to the forefront inside of her, and she tried to resist it. She caved in. She is now full on demon mode with the red eyes, her hair is longer. It's sort of like Inuyasha's demon form. But, yeah. She seems to have, aside from being extremely filled with rage, she seems to have a little more control over herself, sorta, kinda. But yeah, nonetheless, she is full-on demon mode. She is furious, mostly with Zero, because of course she used her own memories against her, told her that Setsuna had completely forgotten about her, all those terrible things. So, yeah, she's ready to throw down and tear Zero apart, and Nanahoshi. Yeah, she's extremely violent and angry. So, yeah. And she goes for the attack. She starts going in, and first thing she does is kill Nanahoshi right away, so he's gone. That was very quick, but it just goes to show how powerful her demon form could be. We kind of knew that with Inuyasha, though, because when he was in demon mode, yeah, he was extremely dangerous. So, well, not quite as dangerous, I don't think. Towa is also still very dangerous. So, yeah, she kills Nanahoshi, and she is ready to kill Zero. But of course, Rion and Riku are there, and of course, Riku is trying to stop her and warn her, hey, if you kill her, you'll kill your mother. Don't do this. You'll regret it. You'll regret it later. Don't. Calm down. Calm down, Lady Towa, please. But she is not hearing it. She just keeps shouting at Riku, get out of my way. Get out of the way. Let me at her. I want to kill Zero. Basically. Yeah. She has completely lost her mind. So, yikes. And Rion wants to help too, but Towa's just, she's not listening. And Zero is not helping either, because she's continuously egging her on, trying to get her into battle with her. Because she wants her to kill her, because she knows how bad that would affect Towa later when her mother is gone because of it. Because she couldn't control her anger. So, yeah. The situation is very, very bad, and no one seems to be able to calm Towa down. So, bad. Meanwhile, Moroha, who had found Jaken, or more so the other way around, Jakin had fallen off of Sesshomaru's, what do they call that thing that he has over his shoulder? That fur piece that he always has in his outfit that goes over his shoulder. I forget what it's supposed to be called. But yeah, Jakin was trying to grab onto that when Sesshomaru was trying to fly to, I guess it was Setsuna, one of the girls. I think it was, yeah, because it was when he turned around, so he was heading towards Setsuna at the time. He tried to keep hold of it so he could obviously stay with Sesshomaru, but he ended up being forced off. He couldn't hold on to it anymore. And he fell right onto Moroha and Takachiyo. So, yeah. Moroha's with him, and he's being taken to the Tree of Ages. So, yeah. And when they get there, for some reason, poor little Jakin cannot get in no matter what he does. And it's hilarious. And, yeah. It makes Moroha not take him seriously at all. It's kind of funny. Takachiyo either. Because poor Jakin, he's like, I've gone in here before, so I don't know what's going on now that I can't get in. And is very embarrassed for himself, and his face is covered in lumps and bruises from trying so many times to get in. It's just hilarious. It's extremely hilarious, but I do also kind of feel bad for poor Jakin, because he doesn't deserve that. But, you know, yeah. Again, it was still funny, though, hearing Moroha say, are you sure you've actually been in there before? Because she has, too, you know. She's met with the Tree of Ages, along with the twins, so. And he's like, of course, I am the great Demon Jakin. Don't you dare disrespect me, basically. But, yeah, he still can't get in. However, Sesshomaru then shows up, and he actually gives Moroha the Black Pearl, and flat out tells her that's where Inuyasha and Kagome are. And Moto's like, Mom and Dad? They're not dead, they're in here? And then we find out whose bright idea it was to seal them in there. It was Jakin's. I don't remember if the previous episodes actually said it was his idea, but Jakin states it here. Yes, it was my idea because they didn't want them killing Zero, and therefore killing Rin. Again, that's something they could have just told Inuyasha and Kagome. They could have just said, you can't do it. I know you want to help, but you can't. I think they would have understood that. But no. So, Jakin, I blame you. That was a terrible idea. But either way, it is what it is. Moroha knows that's where her parents are now. And then Sesshomaru and Jakin finally, or Sesshomaru, because Jakin still gets locked out, goes back into the Tree of Ages. And yeah, Rin is of course still in a dire state. The scales are spreading wildly, and it's just not good at all. So yeah, and she's very much running out of time, which we knew. So, poor Rin. Yeah. And Setsuna, she is, of course, making her way to Towa as fast as she can with whatever Rin had given her. He had given her something in the previous episode to show Towa. So, yeah, she's trying to get there. Poor Rin is basically on the brink of death. Everyone's basically waiting with bated breath, hoping things work out. So, yeah. Meanwhile, Towa's still trying to get Zero. Zero uses all of the pearls now to have her full demonic strength back. And, of course, keeps fighting Towa, keeps trying to egg her on. You know, says she wants to send Towa to hell. Things like that. Just really trying to get her to fight her. Trying to destroy her. So, but also some parts of Zero wants to die because, like I mentioned, kill her, you kill Rin. And Towa would regret that for the rest of her life. So, yeah. But Setsuna finally arrives on the battlefield and gets in front of Towa. And at first, Towa is still like, get out of my way, Setsuna. Get out of my way. She dared to use my feelings and my memories against me. Get out of my way. But Setsuna does not back down. Instead, Setsuna slaps her sister across the face, and that kind of knocks sense into her for a minute. And Setsuna then shows Towa what her mother had given her, or their mother had given her. And we see, again, Setsuna's memories. But it didn't go down the way Zero said it did. So, we see the forest fire again, with little Towa and Setsuna trying to get away. We see when Setsuna pushed Towa out of the way to save her from the falling tree. And then we finally see the aftermath after the fire had been put out, or went out on its own. And we see that she was so worried about Towa and felt horrible for being too slow to stay with her. A parallel to Towa feeling bad about letting go of her hand. She feels bad for being too slow to keep up with her. And wonders where on earth her sister went. And is crying. And it's so sad. But, yeah. So we see Setsuna was frantically worried for her sister and hoping she could find her. And obviously she couldn't, but yeah. And then we see what we had seen before, which is when Jonkin arrived with the green butterfly chrysalis, which he gives to Setsuna, and that's what causes her to forget about Towa for all those years, until they obviously met again in, you know, the current modern era, which we saw in the first season. So, you have it. Setsuna did love her sister and was worried about her. Unlike what Zero said, which is that, oh, she just flat out forgot about you and didn't care. And she had a great life and had a lot of friends. That was not the truth. The dream butterfly chrysalis just basically made her forget. Because it was absorbing her memories and her dreams. So, yeah. And after Towa sees that, Setsuna smiles at her and kind of tears up and says, "Ii-chan," which is sister. She calls her sister again, and that is enough to calm Towa down, and she hugs her. And it's so sweet and heartfelt. I really like that. That sweet hug. Them just bursting into tears. It was so cute. So sweet. Really loved it. That was very well done. But Zero's, of course, still pissed, angry, and she's still trying to get Towa, fight her, Towa and Setsuna. In fact, she looked at it as a great opportunity to kill both of them at the same time, but yeah. She's still trying to fight them, but after seeing those memories, and basically hearing the truth, Towa says, "I don't have a grudge against you anymore. Because, in the end, what you did, you know, get me my sister back. And it got us our bond back. In a weird way. And she actually thanks Zero. So, wow. Very nice. Good way to turn the tables on her a little bit. But she is not ready to give up quite yet. She really, really either wants them to kill her or she just wants them dead too. So yeah. Yikes. But then Setsuna gets an idea. Instead of cutting the thread of fate that ties Zero mother, cut the thread that ties her Toga instead. And she has to do it quickly because Rin is really running out of time. The scales have almost completely covered her. But yeah, Setsuna gets that idea. And she does it. She cuts the thread of fate that was tying Zero to Toga. And it works. She's kind of at peace, finally. She breaks down. And we kind of get more of a glimpse in. And why she's basically done half the things she has done. I mean, we kind of knew most of it, but yeah. We see how she really wanted to help Toga on the night that he went to go save Izayoi and all that stuff, but... Or I guess it would have been the fight with Ryokotse that happened before. She wanted to help him, but chose not to because she decided that, oh, he won't need me. He's plenty strong enough. Nothing should happen to him. Only for him to end up dead when he saved Izayoi. So, yeah, and she regretted that. She regretted not going to help him. That's what this has basically all been about. Her regret. That she didn't go and help the person that she clearly had feelings for when she could have. And that made her spiteful and angry and resentful. And that's why she also made the wish on the jewel, which we knew, to get rid of her emotions so she would no longer feel that pain of regret. So, wow. Yeah. But now, she is finally able to let it go. She's finally able to just move on. And she understands that the reason Towa and everyone is so strong is because they are surrounded by those that they love. And those who love them. And, yeah. Strangely, though, after this is done, or after she says all this, Riku stabs her and kills her. I guess because what else was there left for her to do? She'd accepted everything and just didn't really have much of a reason to live now. She was at peace. So, yeah. But she leaves some parting words. Obviously with the girls. And we also hear why Kiramaru hates Half-Demon. Because a Half-Demon is actually the one who killed Rion back in the day. That's why he hates him so much. He had easily dispersed of one person he had fought during the battle, but there was another sneaky Half-Demon who ended up killing Rion. And that's why he's the way he is. And is so determined to bring about this degenerate age that we keep hearing about. So yeah. And before finally fading away, Zero kind of thanks the girls and tells Kiramaru, who is kind of still able to hear her. He was also looking for Akuru, by the way, still. But yeah. She says, I will meet you in Nirvana. And fades away. And Riku is of course in tears because he did have great respect for Bro, I guess. In a weird way, she was kind of his only mother figure for a time. I guess what we're supposed to think. And obviously, Rion is sad too because this was her aunt, you know? But, yeah. She fades away. And a beautiful flower field blooms on the battlefield, and it looks really beautiful and peaceful. And Zero is gone, seemingly at peace. So, I thought that was very nice. I thought that was, I guess, a good way to end her arc. So, yeah. That's not where our episode ends, though, however. Because we see Moroha again. And she's looking at the pearl with Takachio. And this poor sweet girl. She is, of course, wondering about her parents. Takachio's like, wow, you're really gonna get to see them, huh? And Moroha doesn't know what to do with herself. Because she's like, I just kind of assumed I never really had parents. Because she grew up alone. So, and she doesn't know what she's gonna say when she finally does see them. And it's just, it's heartbreaking. But then, because she is of Toga's bloodline, remember, she can see Akuru, and she does see him walking around. And unfortunately, Kiramaru shows up. And takes the Black Pearl from Moroha. And is basically holding her parents hostage until Moroha and the girls bring him Akaru and his pinwheel. And yeah, because he wants to use the... Is it the Windmill of Time? The thing that's in Sesshomaru's mom's place? I forget what it's called, but either way. Yeah. He wants her and the girls to get that and bring it to him before he'll let Inuyasha and Kagome go. So, what a dirty, rotten trick. But he's desperate at this point. Because Zero's gone, Rion is turned against him. Yeah. Riku's obviously turned against him now. So, he is desperate to get what he wants. And now he's using Inuyasha and Kagome to make Moroha do his bidding. So, yeah. And that is where the episode ends. So, I don't know what Moroha is gonna do, but she better do it quick. And she better not get killed in the process. That's all I gotta say. But, yeah. Now, what I need to talk about is not the next episode preview, real quick. There was a trailer that they released, I guess you could call it a trailer, showing off stuff for the second half of Season 2. And they showed some pretty juicy stuff. The main things that caught my eye was Inuyasha and Kagome. I guess they're still inside the pearl, obviously. And they see baby Moroha in, like, Wolf Demon Tribe clothing. I don't know if that's how they had to watch her grow up. But, yeah. So that tugged at my heartstrings. And the one thing at the end of this trailer that got me is we see Moroha in Inuyasha's arms. And she smiles and then bursts into tears. And that was like, oh my god. I need this episode now. So, yeah, I don't know if that's going to be the next episode, but it's happening at some point, and I'm so here for it. You have no idea. For Inuyasha to finally hold his daughter, and her just have her dad, and probably Kagome as well. We just didn't see her in that little scene, but I'm sure she's gonna be hugging Moroha too. Oh my gosh. I need it. I need it right now. But we have to be patient. And I hope to God that there isn't a twist where Inuyasha and Kagome tell her to leave them behind. They better not dare do that to me, or I will lose my mind. But, yeah. Fact is, Moroha is going to see her parents. And she's going to get a hug from her dad. And I can't wait. I'm gonna break when that happens. But I'm ready for it. Make me cry. Go for it. So, yeah. But I think that will do it for this review. This episode was fantastic. Had so much good stuff. Definitely moved the story forward. Zero is now gone. Kinemaru is on the brink of making his final moves. So, yeah. I'm excited for the second half. I'm here and ready for it. So, yeah. So, I hope you guys enjoyed this review. If you did, leave a like and share it around if you want. If you want to follow me on Twitter, or support the channel on Patreon, which I would be forever grateful for. Both links are in the video description below. Speaking of Patreon, with everything going on in my life right now, I think I completely forgot to thank all of my patrons at the beginning of this month. I am so sorry. I think I did. It's just, things have been a bit chaotic. I severely apologize for that, but I'm thanking you right now. Thank you, every single one of you, for helping me and being as kind as you have been. It's so appreciated. You have no idea. Because you guys don't have to do anything. Really don't. But you chose to do so anyway. And I appreciate it a lot. So, once again, thank you. Very, very much. And, yeah. I guess I will see you guys next week, hopefully. As long as nothing bad happens. For the next episode, Hinamaru of the Dawn. And actually, that is the last episode title that we have so far. So, wonder what the next one's gonna be. But, yeah. Till then, I will see you guys Later.